Capital murder, 10 years for the second. For the crime of trying to poison her 6- and 3-year-old sons, the defense argues Hathaway was psychotic at the time because her husband demanded a divorce.
I don't get it. After hating us and herself, my own mother wants to see me. There's so much she doesn't know. So much I don't know. Do I even want to know? I don't know the woman. I've never known the woman. All I do know is that she tried to kill me. She was manipulative. My brother has felt guilty all this time because of her. So no, I don't want to see her. I have a family and she chose not to be a part of it.
If my life was a movie, I think the story would be mostly about a kid who's kind of just going through life. You know, he already hit puberty, and he's trying to figure out, like, what am I gonna do next? I don't know what I'm gonna do when I grow older.
Nobody knows it but me when I slip. Yeah, I'm still a kitty cat.
I don't really like my name, actually. It's Arvind, it's Indian. Maybe my name could be something more American. It's different, and people don't like different.
You want a bagel, Arvind?
Sure.
Oh, I got a solo in musical theater.
Okay.
It's pretty gay, though.
You say that like that's a bad thing.
My dad's kind of a weird man because his wife went crazy. My mother's from India. I don't really know much about her. She says that she's crazy. She's on parole or something. My dad says I can see her when I'm 18, like it's my choice. But I don't think I want to.
Shut up,
And then he
Peter.
was just like, maybe if you got a real tattoo. And I was like, why do you care that much?
You should tattoo him while he's asleep.
I told him I would tattoo smiley faces on his fingers when he was asleep.
Do it. I got asked out on a date today.
Oh yeah. Wait, you should tell me about him again.
Okay. Well, this guy I kind of just met, named Nick, and he's been flirting with me hardcore. He was like, okay, well, now you're gonna go on a date with me. And I was like, okay. But he's a sophomore.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but. So what does this mean again?
Oh,
Just marked you.
it's okay. It's a Celtic protection symbol. It's called the triquetra, something like that.
I thought it looked Irish. That's a good meaning. Protection. Yeah.
It's irreverent curry. It's got mix of
Them's the
dairy
Jews.
with pork,
Unkosher.
unkosher, and damn good.
Best part.
You have to remember is that she's mentally ill. She doesn't view the world like you or I do. So, you know, in her mind, she did nothing wrong. In her mind, it's totally justified. How do you think you are going to react when you see her for the first time in 11 years? You won't even recognize her, will you?
Nope.
Do you remember what she looks like?
Nope.
Seriously?
Seriously.
I haven't seen her since I was 2.
No, you were 3.
3.
It's old enough to remember stuff.
I mean, I remember seeing her lips as she pushed me against the checkered floor in her kitchen. That's it.
You just remember lips?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny. Seriously?
I mean,
That's all you remember?
I've created an image in my head, but it's probably the wrong image.
Well, lips are good. Lips are good. Lips are good. Were they evil?
I don't know. They're just feminine lips.
Okay.
Tomorrow, if everything goes correctly, then I won't ever have to see her again, or hear about her again, or think about her again. I'm just kind of overwhelmed with having to go to court. And on top of all of that, I still like have to go to school and be a teenager. I'm ready though. I'm ready to see her and to get this over with.
Nick, you know I love you. And your father, you know that, right?
Yes, I know.
Your father doesn't know that.
Mommy, what's going on? Where's Emmett?
Emmett's at a sleepover at Josh's house, and I don't know, I'm just very angry at your father. Who is it?
I want my children. And I like to do this the nice way.
Michael, please think about taking me back. I'm not sick anymore, I promise.
I'm here for Nick, and that's it.
You can't have him unless you take me back.
Or I can call the police and they can find your stash.
Nick, your father is here.
Daddy.
Michael, please. Think about taking me back. We could be a family again.
I have a family. Me and my sons. Sorry, Susan.
They're my children, too!
You ready?
I need to get shoes on.
You good?
Yeah.
Still want to do this, right?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
I actually don't even know why she contacted us.
All right, guys. End of a chapter, hopefully.
Yeah, the law is pretty clear that if there's a protective order in place and
Yeah.
it's been violated, the judge shall issue. And this judge knows this. I'm gonna ask you if you remember anything else from when you were a child, any other violence that places you in fear now.
I don't feel insecure about living at all, but I definitely fear like the things that would happen if she were back in my life. Like there's no ground for her to stand on to say she wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, exactly. And then Arvind, what do you want to do? Do you want to wait back in the hall? Because I'm going to invoke the rule, so in case I need to call you as a witness, you're going to be
Yeah.
back in the hall.
Yeah.
Do you want to wait with your dad, or do you want to sit in the jury box while this is going on? Because she'll be in the room. Are you okay with that?
Will I have the freedom to leave if I get on?
Yes,
if I-
absolutely.
yes,
You can
sure.
get up and leave at any moment if you need to.
Okay.
Okay?
When I made eye contact with her, I think she was thinking about all those years that she missed of me growing up, or of me coming out of the closet, or, I don't know, riding a bike for the first time. She missed out on things like when I can't sleep at night and need someone to, comfort me. She missed out on all the fights with me and my brother and all the good times with me and my brother. She missed out on all of the holidays. She missed out on everything, all in all.
I stopped looking at her for the rest of the court because I didn't feel bad for her, but I knew she felt bad. Or wanted to feel bad. I don't know exactly what's going on in her head, but I don't really want to, so I don't find it that important. I don't know my mom, but this is how I imagine her to be. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Arvind.
I'm Addie Alexander.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And yeah, whenever you're ready.
Which role do you want me to read first?
Susan first.
Susan first, okay.
like
That
good
one I
for you.
need glasses for. Sorry about that.
That's okay. When Mr. Harloway told you that he was taking you to a doctor, what was your reaction?
I just wanted my family.
Miss Harloway, please answer the question.
I was angry, okay? I didn't want to lose my whole family. I wasn't sick. I was just hurt. Please believe me.
That was good. Thank you. I have a question. It's kind of a personal question. What's the worst thing you've ever experienced?
I was abused as a kid.
Really?
Really.
Is it a hard thing to talk about?
I was in therapy for 7 years. I was a social worker for 36 years. I'm married to a social worker. I've been studying acting for 4 years. I could tell you the story. I was hit every day by my mother for 18 years.
This story is based on a true life events. This is about me and my brother. I am Nick and my brother is Emmett.
I'm sorry I don't remember your names then.
No,
it's
fine.
very important.
No, it's not that. This is supposed to be written from the point of view of the mother. My brother tried to kill me. Yeah. What's your schedule like? Looking through after Christmas till around Valentine's Day, maybe a little after there?
Good, I'm going to Chicago the 5th to the 9th.
The 5th to the 9th?
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay. Now, do you want to read for the grandmother?
How do you even say that?
Ariana.
Do you want me to play her very, very weak and inadequate?
Yeah, frail.
The reason I, just if I can, you know, 36 years as a social worker whose specialty is child abuse. I've worked with all kinds of situations, so if it seems like I didn't have a big reaction to you telling me that was your story, I surmised it was your story, and it's because it doesn't mean I don't empathize with what you're saying, it's just that you don't need a big reaction from me.
Yeah, you understand.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay?
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
These two deeply traumatized boys grew up without a mother because of her own actions, and now they've decided to keep it that way.
They couldn't have said that. I'm their mother.
I'm positive.
No one can dictate what someone should feel about their mother. Someone who opts not to have a relationship with their mother is perfectly acceptable to me. On the other hand, if Arvind was a kid who did want a relationship with her, I could accept that also.
Why don't you understand, Susan? They don't want to have any contact with you. They want to be left alone.
Please, let me just talk to Nick. Let me tell him how much I miss him.
If he wants to talk to you, he can, but it strikes me that he doesn't want to. Now, I am done with this conversation. From now on, you can speak to my lawyer.
Susan, it's lunchtime.
You don't have to repeat the judge. I heard him. Wait, can I go back? Am I supposed to say not loving your mother is?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Could you go back? Because I know that's important. I forgot where it came. I'm sorry. Not loving your mother is more evil than anything I have ever done.
and this is where I have huge problems with the psychiatry world, because I don't think they know what the hell they're doing with people like her. They proved it. They proved they didn't know what they were doing. Nobody
I don't think anyone knows what's going on.
Nobody could. Nobody
you know
could
what's
give
weird?
her the only person that came up with the BPD diagnosis was me in a discussion with a psychiatrist who opened up the DSM-V and started pointing at things and said, which one best describes her? And I said, this one. And he said, well, that's probably the closest thing to what she has.
Well, I kind of wish I had met with a psychiatrist years before, just to, like, find out what she was going through, I guess, or like what it is.
Unfortunately, all the psychiatrists I could find wanted to help you get over your trauma so you could be reunited with your mother.
No, I mean, I just wanted to ask questions.
Yeah, I know, and that's.
I feel like it was a shame that I had to wait, 15 years to do that.
The problem I have is when people say it's treatable.
It is treatable.
She's not treatable.
She is treatable.
She's not.
According to Penny, she's treatable.
She is not treatable.
Well, okay, but
because
if she was treated for BPD, which she's not. Just by the way, she's not treated. She hasn't been treated ever. She's never been treated. If she had been treated, she could possibly. It's not like she wouldn't have BPD, but she would be a better person.
Is that what you were going to ask?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Yeah. And then I have one other question. Who calls the ambulance?
For what?
In the initial, when
What
Michael is explaining that John Pierce calls him to say that there's ambulances in front of the house, who called the ambulance?
Probably just some neighbor that heard child screaming.
Okay.
I think that's what actually happened.
Okay,
Neighbor
it
just heard
wasn't
us
the
scream.
mother or...
No. Well.
Oh, because even Emmett, 5-year-olds know how to do
Yeah,
911.
Hmm.
I was just
I
curious.
would think Emmett was too scared though. But I don't know.
I think Emmett was scared out of his mind.
Oh,
I
so
think
it
was
wasn't anybody in the family. It wasn't
No.
like she retracked her.
No, I think it was.
Okay, it's very important for me to know.
Yeah, I think it was just a neighbor.
Thank goodness.
Trying to remember. I mean, there's a small possibility that she might have called the ambulance herself.
But that would really shift it if you
Yeah,
didn't know that.
I don't. So.
And that would have been
I'll find
brought
out.
up in court, I'll bet you.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
she would have
Yeah, I
rethought
bet
it
she would've
and
been
tried to.
I would probably be reminded.
That would
Yeah.
have been, yeah.
No, stop. Come back on. Okay.
Okay.
You have been drinking a little, but you're not drunk. You just have had, maybe like one small.
I need to ask you a question. The 911 call.
I never got to hear it.
Okay, who called?
She called.
Really?
Yes. Jay has the best rendition of it that I know.
Yeah, but Jay doesn't talk to me.
Yeah, so Jay said that she first poisoned him and he spit it out, and then she poisoned you and you passed out, and he tried to go call 911 and she bitch slapped him, and so he hid in a corner terrified as she took it and she passed out, and then she woke up hours later. I mean, he sat there for an eternity playing his Game Boy, not knowing what to do. And finally she got up and was like throwing up and having diarrhea everywhere. And I guess she realized it was late enough in the morning and she wasn't going to die, so she should call 911. So she called 911. That was that. So that's all I know.
Because in the play, it's some dude named John Pierce.
No, your mom called. Because she.
Okay, but in the play, it's some dude named John Pierce.
All right.
The play's not the real story.
I understand.
And so she was just wondering who called, and I don't know. I didn't know who it was.
Because understand that
I made all that up.
she was due to drop you kids off at school about 4 hours later. So if you weren't dead by morning, then bad shit was going to happen anyway. So she waved the flag and called 911. She was too sick to try to kill you again, so she'd already poisoned you.
Well.
She's very practical that way.
You call that practical? Yeah.
Well.
Turns out my mom called 911.
I know, I learned that.
Oh.
It was in the article.
Yeah, but that's totally irrelevant.
I
'cause
know.
In the play, John Pierce called the cops.
No. He called. No. He called your father to say
That there
the
were
ambulances were outside.
Oh, yeah.
No. I learned that from the article.
Hey, maybe I'm like.
Well, you're not the actor. You're the
Subconsciously.
director. No. The actor needs to
But I
know
also
stuff
wrote
like
the
that.
script.
Well, it's okay. It's because it's very close, so that's okay. Yeah.
But so that means that the mother, for some reason, had a change of heart.
Well, no, I think what happened is she woke up after she was asleep and realized, oh shit, I'm not dead yet. Well, better give in and call the ambulances.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the most important thing about this, being that it's Texas and I've been in numerous court cases for custody disputes, it didn't buy her what she wanted. That's the most important thing. That nobody used it as the card to say, look, she had second thoughts about it. She's quite remorseful about this. It was never used. I mean, they might have talked about it, but it didn't work.
There are few things that I'm so sure of. I know that I'm gay. I like playing music. I like cats. There we go, folks. What Arvind knows about himself. Did you know who you were when you were 16? Yeah, exactly.
So you can't keep anything down, huh?
My dad tried to make me soup today and I went right back up.
How about crackers? Did you try crackers?
I haven't. They'll probably be my dinner.
Crackers,
Yeah.
yeah. Am I bothering you? Do you want to be by yourself?
No, you're fine. I just feel sick, and I was this close to canceling rehearsal today because I just feel like utter shit.
Well, you can't cancel tomorrow.
I know. I'm nervous. Hopefully the audience will like it. I don't think I'm going to tell people during my curtain speech that it's based on a true story. Because I think it's going to be in the program, and I also just don't want to say that. Because I notice when I tell people that, I'm always really awkward. It makes me a little bit more vulnerable, and makes me more nervous for sure. Cat, stop it. I felt nauseous on the way here, but I think it was just stress. Can we move all of this backstage into the dressing rooms?
Get off me! We're not kids anymore.
Will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
We were at our ex-mother's house that day. There was something else I wanted to tell you.
You don't want to talk to her, do you?
I remember the first time I saw Susan.
The cries I heard that night are some I'm never gonna forget.
The whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do?
Ms. Hoffman, were there ever any instances where you felt unloved by your children?
Barely ever until my ex-husband gained custody.
And did you ever doubt your own love for them?
When Emmett was born, I couldn't touch him. But it wasn't because I didn't love him. I thought he was too pure and I would corrupt him.
So how did you eventually get over that?
I convinced myself I was fine.
Were you?
I am. To this day, I'm not what you people think I am.
Please calm down.
I am calm. Mom!
When Mr. Hoffman told you he was taking you to the doctor, what was your reaction?
I just wanted my family.
Please just answer the question, Miss Hoffman.
I got angry, okay? I thought I was losing my family. I wasn't crazy. I was just hurt. Please believe me.
So how did you eventually get rid of this anger and hurt?
I lashed out.
No further questions.
Wait. Nick. Emmett. I love you. I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm not crazy anymore, I promise.
Miss, please step down.
No, I won't leave. I won't leave until my sons forgive me.
Now that I wrote that play, I have more of a rounded view on what happened. Oh, maybe there's more than just my dad's and my brother's mind side. Maybe, she's actually human. Might as well think of her as a human.
Put it in.
We did good. Big smiles.
The things I throw away are stuff that I know that I'll probably look at once and never use. Ex-boyfriends. An ex, an ex, an ex. Things that I don't throw away. Ooh. Protective order. It is ordered that Respondent Sarah J. Hathaway is ordered to comply with the terms of protective order as stated above. Shall blah, 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 blah. I guess I should keep that. I have a small fictional idea of what she did, of why she did what she did. So that's good enough for me. Obviously, it's not real, it's not correct, but it's enough for me to live on.